The message is very clear. The natural world is suffering, and the default for any human being is to be a guardian and custodian of the natural world. But in order to do that, we have to wake up. My work is about going into the spiritual sphere and how we can connect to the dreams and the ancestors and the nature spirits, because this is the way I was taught through my Sangoma elders for over 25 years, the last 20 years. One of the focuses of these retreats is indigenous medicine for the modern world. So indigenous medicine for the modern man and woman. So wilderness consciousness is about opening all our senses to the natural world and then listening to what the next step is. What is the next step? What is the next action that we can make to help our brothers and sisters who have 4 legs and who are not human, but who don't have a voice in the human world. So our job is to become that voice for the animal and plant worlds. But to do that, we have to educate ourselves in terms of how do we communicate with the animal and plant worlds. And that's where Alwyn comes in, and that's where I come in terms of communicating with the spirit world. So these two aspects of dreams and tracking are really important. Pioneering and learning about wilderness consciousness, not just for ourselves and our own little group of 8 or 9 or 12 people that are walking through the bushveld, but also to take this knowledge back to our communities and our families and friends. The land, Southern Africa, Botswana, where we're going, is one of the oldest wilderness settings in the world today, and it's one of the most untouched wilderness areas in the whole of Africa. And the Okavango Delta, where we'll be going as well, is seen as one of the 7 jewels, natural jewels of Africa. So we are going into an area which I like to call the Garden of Eden, the origins of man. We are pioneering a different kind of experience in Africa. We are pioneering a spiritual experience where, as Alwyn says, it doesn't really matter if you don't get to see the animal, but if you see the track of the animal, you don't need to see the animal because you've experienced the energy of the animal. The focus of the work is to maintain or develop some kind of communication with your own ancestors, with your own dreams, with your own spirits, and then also feeling the natural world and how you are being called into the natural world. The Kalahari Bushmen, their culture is also under threat because of modernization. However, where we're going is a pocket where they still live in the traditional way, and they come and guide us every day in terms of tracking through the bushveld, through the Kalahari Desert. As we get to see how to communicate with animals, not just through our imagination or the idea of it, but actually how to do it in a real earth-centered bone way. As we start to believe in that and believe in this ability which we all have, then everything changes. Not just our lives, but the lives of the community that we're in, and also the lives of the animals. And this is what we're trying to convey. And this is what we want to teach people. That's why it's a masterclass as well as an experience of tracking, and also a safari, a traditional safari as well. My intention is to set up this portal for 7 days. That's the retreat. Dreams and tracking in the Kalahari. And then there's a 3 days optional extension afterwards in the Okavango Delta, which most people sign up for, but we're making that an optional extra because that's actually a safari where we go with Alwyn into the Okavango. The days go quite quickly, but those 7 days is magical in terms of those experiences and those memories that I'm hoping to unlock the indigenous spirit, or the psychic spirit, the psychic indigenous spirit in each person. So we're going to be doing 3 retreats next year, so it's 2023. All the information and the booking information is all on my website, johnlockley.com. An important point to make is that We only have, I think, eight to 9 people maximum per retreat, and we can't take any more than that. So if you are interested, then please book as soon as you can, because places are limited. I hope that people will receive what they need to receive, the medicine that they need to receive from these retreats.